Yeah, America is falling apart everywhere. And I'm seeing it everywhere I go. Every city, every state. And it's a problem I'm about to talk about today. And first off, I want to talk about the economic crisis. It's scary because prices is steady going up on cars, housing, real estate, clothing, food, you name it. The prices are going crazy and people can barely afford it. Like we are in a recession, and this recession has gotten worse because of the work crisis, the workplace crisis, the economic problems that we are having within the workplace and also out here in society. But when it comes down to the difference between the wages and the cost of living, it just don't match up at all. If you are working a job that paying minimum wage $14-15 an hour and your rent is over $1,000 a month and you working only 8-9 hours a day, you might get 4 hours of overtime. You might get just 40 hours and you get paid bi-weekly, for example. That's still not enough to cover their rent because you have a family to feed, and then like everywhere you go, every city you go to, I noticed that when they tear down old apartments, for example, like these old apartments that was $500-600 for 2 or 3 bedrooms back in the day, they tore those old apartments down and rebuilt them as condos, luxury apartments, or better yet, apartments for the universities, like for college students. And the prices of the rent are 3 times of the old rent, which it was originally, meaning that it went from $600 to maybe $2,000, and the average American cannot afford to pay $2,000 a month for rent. It's not happening. It's impossible, and that goes hand in hand with this workplace scam going on as far as the temp service. Like nowadays, at this point, the only way most people can get a job now is through the temp service, because these companies are not hiring workers right on. Or it's hard to get on through the company now at this point because companies are trying to cut back. It's like these companies are trying to save money. They trying to save themselves. So they rather just cut back on hiring people and sign these contracts with these temp agencies. And these temp agencies and staffing agencies are capitalizing on this because they are making 10 times more money than the actual employee that they hire onto the staffing agency. Meaning they're getting paid $35 an hour through the company that they signed the contract with, and the actual worker that they send to the job is making only 15. See what I'm saying? It's systematic. It's a systematic thing. It goes from the company to the staffing agencies. The companies and the staffing agencies, they work together to keep the money flowing, and people are not educated on this. And that's why people are struggling, because the system is pimping the American people. And that's the main reason why America is falling apart, because people are not educated on finances, on contracts, on business skills and business information about business. I'm talking about the education that's pertaining to corporations and businesses, the real contracts, the money that's involved, to a point where they make the profit and you make pennies on a dollar. And also these people who own these lands, these properties, who build these apartments and condos and luxury condos, they own this stuff. Don't you know they are connected to these staffing agencies? They are connected to these Fortune 500 companies and major corporations and companies in a particular city. Lawyers, DAs, judges, police officers, and these warehouses, restaurants, major restaurants, and also these staffing agencies and temp agencies, they are all connected together along with the state governments and stuff. So the reason why people are struggling, because this has been pre-planned. This has been planned years ago to do this to people, so people can have a hard time on purpose, so that people can only make a certain amount of money. You know, they're not going to let you get rich. They're not going to let you or give you the room or opportunity to stack money and build generational wealth. So like I said, once again, it's systematic. And as of right now, it's working to perfection, because you are seeing more and more people being affected about this, you know, from this. And the fact that they are being affected by this, you can clearly see when you go from city to city, and you go to certain areas like the urban areas or downtown area. You know, people are outside with their bags, clothes, and kids, sleeping under bridges. They're sleeping in tents with nowhere to go. They barely even have any food to eat, you know, because they don't have the resources or the finances to even buy a snack out of the store or a simple sandwich. That's how bad it has gotten. You see people out here wearing the same clothes every day, without no vehicle, cold, getting sick, all because they can't maintain their rent, or better yet, their job has laid them off. Even you taking a chance with a staffing agency, because they can let you go at any time. And a lot of people have actually been affected about that too, you know, that way. And that's the reason why, you know, people just having a hard time out here right now. It's getting worse. America is getting worse by the day. Even auto repair shops are charging more money to fix your vehicle. A simple fix at that. It can be a relay. It can be a fuse. It can be something in the motor, like on top of the motor, or like a tire or something. You know, at one time, a tire repair shop will charge you $40 for a used tire, or to maybe $20 to patch up a tire. Nowadays, you got to pay like $40 to patch up a tire, or to get a brand new tire. It's gonna cost you over $100 just for one tire. For a used tire on a vehicle will cost you $65 to $70 now. That's how bad inflation has had an effect on our economy and our people. Nothing is cheap no more. You know what I mean? And some people don't have no understanding or don't have no consideration about this. People actually gonna complain and talk junk, saying that you just need to get an education, you need to get a better job. But even with an education will not save you in this collapsing economy, man. And those are facts. But anyway, if you like this video, smash the like and subscribe button. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.